So I am going to Hawaii with my family, and I'm very excited about it, and I'm very excited about creating art while I'm there. I'm not taking the usual things with me, but I'm going to share with you in this video what I am taking with me. So let's get started. So first of all, I used to bring my urban sketching kit in my carry-on bag, but I don't do that anymore because I've discovered there's not a lot of room and I always drop stuff off the edge of my tray. And that's super awkward when you're sitting next to somebody you don't know and you're trying to reach supplies on the floor. So I decided to simplify it this time. And I am bringing this cheap sketchbook that I have that I feel free to experiment in and play around in. And I'm bringing a fountain pen because recently I learned to do hatch marks and cross hatching, and I really want to practice that while I'm on the plane. So that'll be really simple. My sketchbook and my fountain pen, which is leaking all over me. Okay, well, maybe I'll bring a different pen. Clean that up. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna bring a different pen. But I'll probably bring my fountain pen that has the refillable cartridge, and I put waterproof ink in that one. But anyways, okay, so that's on the plane. Next, I always like to bring, when I go on special trips, I always like to bring an accordion sketchbook that I make myself, especially for that trip. And I usually do like one page per day. I'll fill with memories of the trip while I'm there. I picked this one out because it makes me think of the ocean, the blue waves, but it might not be tropical enough. So I found some fabric in my fabric stash that feels a little more tropical. I don't know if you can see it, but these have like white butterflies and flowers. And I might make a sketchbook out of this. So, and if you're interested in making accordion sketchbooks, I will link a tutorial at the end of the video that I made on how to make them. Okay, so next, if you saw my last video, you will know that my New Year's resolution this year is to paint a mini 4x4 painting every day, Monday through Friday, on my work days. And so I have to do that while I'm in Hawaii. So normally I wouldn't bring acrylic painting supplies, but this time I am. So I have 5 canvases. I was actually gonna bring 2 extra, but apparently I can't count. I need to add another one because I want to give my boys a shot at painting with me while we're there. So these are just little mini lightweight canvases I'm bringing with me, one for each day, Monday through Friday. And then I'm bringing a limited number of paintbrushes with me, one big one to cover the canvas, and then one tiny one for details, and then a few in between and for straight lines. And then I'm bringing 2 of each color of acrylic. I tried to find my smallest tubes of each. I did have a set of really, really tiny tubes, but I'm not sure of the quality of them. And these I know are good quality, so I decided to bring the bigger paints, but not my huge ones. So I have 3 blues, 2 yellows, 2 reds, and a burnt sienna and a white. I won't bring black because I can make a close enough color to that with the red, blue, and burnt sienna. So those are all the paints I'm taking with me. And what actually worked out really well is all these supplies fit in my makeshift Stay Wet palette. I didn't want to bring my huge one because obviously I don't want to bring my huge one in my suitcase. So I'm using this Tupperware container and these Stay Wet sponges and then some Stay Wet paper. And this will be my palette for while I'm there. And for on the way there and on the way back, it just stores everything, which is really nice in the suitcase. So everything will stay protected. These canvases I bought are kind of cheap, which I did intentionally because 260 canvases, which is 5 days a week, adds up to a lot at $3 a canvas. So I bought these cheaper ones, but they are pretty cheap. So I'm gonna see if Jessa will thicken them up a bit maybe. Or I might end up building my own canvases. I don't think it's that hard. So anyways. And look at that, it fits all in there perfectly. And I'll just throw this in my suitcase. Okay. Okay, next. And look at that, it fits all in there perfectly. And I'll just throw this in my suitcase. Okay. Okay, next is my urban sketching supplies. So I'm going to be christening this new sketchbook that I got. It's a 7x10 Pentalic Aqua, and it's a gorgeous book. But I hope to only do urban sketching in this book this year, and I hope at the end of the year I'll have filled it up and be able to make a nice urban sketching sketchbook tour. I usually bring a lot of sketchbooks, but I'm trying not to. So far we're at 2. Let's see how we do. So next is my urban sketching supplies. And I always bring this little kit. This has everything. It has watercolor stuff, brushes, pens, palette, everything. And I do have a video that gives a tour of this. I'll link that at the end. And I actually love the sketch kit so much. I bought ones for my sons that I'm going to give to them on this trip, and I filled it up with stuff. I was originally, so for Christmas I gave them 12 dates with me, such as going mini golfing, a sketchbook date in a coffee shop, extra video game time, all these things that we can do together. But I was going to give these to them on their sketchbook date, but I thought since we're going to Hawaii, I'm going to give them to them when we get there. And maybe they'll be willing to do a little urban sketching with me. They aren't crazy artistic, but I'm hoping that they might get into it a little bit. My older son is taking a drawing class at the high school, so that's cool. Okay, I know I have the small watercolor, but I have plenty of room, so I'm going to bring my my big watercolor palette as well. And then I'm also going to bring my gouache palette. And because last time I took it out of my bag before I went to the Lightbox Expo, and then everybody was using gouache there, and I got envious and wished I had brought it. Oh, hi Lotus. This is Lotus, the sweetie pie. And then I'm going to bring these watercolor brushes that are really cool because they don't take up a lot of space, but you can make them longer. No, Lotus, leave the camera alone. I really hope she's not blocking. Come on, sweetie pie, over here. Anyway, so my watercolor brushes, let's move that to the side. And then I love to do mixed media. So actually I have another sketchbook. This is one I got for free. It was a gift actually, but it's got great mixed media paper in it. So I'm gonna bring this sketchbook too. That's actually my 4th sketchbook. I think it's my last one. So I'm gonna do this so I can play around. I'm gonna bring this so I can play around with watercolor and colored pencils. And I'm bringing colored pencils so I can layer things. And I didn't want to go crazy, so I basically have 2 of each color. Like a light and a dark of each color. And then I put all this stuff. This is my travel sketching, or my urban sketching bag that I bought at Goodwill, and I love it. So I put my sketchbook kit in there. I'll put, I don't know if this one will, yeah, it'll fit, yay! My urban sketching sketchbook, my gouache, my watercolor, my paintbrushes, and I won't put that in there, but that's a lot of stuff. Oh, and my Moft little tripod, which I will bring because I don't plan on working while I'm there, but I do plan on one day doing an urban sketching video. So I'll bring this for that. I'm also going to bring my tripod, which I'm using right now, so for filming. So that's everything I'm taking with me. I feel pretty good. I don't think it's too much. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And I will see you on the next video. Aloha!